everyone, welcome to Clickly. Today we are going to learn a basic concept in trigger, variable. Rem collects all the 6-dimensional stones and fixes the portal successfully. How do we achieve this effect in the game? Variables is a storable setting. We can think of variables as warehouses. Different types of variables can store different information. Variables can be divided into local variables and global variables according to the scope. They cannot have the same name. Local variables are applied in a single trigger and are only valid in the current trigger. Global variables can be applied generally in all the triggers and can be called in all their commands. Common types of variables include Boolean, true or false, integer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and other integers numbers. Float, such as 4.63. Float variables can also store integers. String. A string is an array of characters composed of numbers, letters, and symbols. Tags that we see in the games are the type of string. There are many other types of variables. Once the variable type is defined, the variable cannot store other types. Now, let's use the function of variables to achieve the effect of stone collection. Step 1. Edit the terrain. First, we need to create a custom item of the dimensional stone. Open Object Editor. Select the item. Click New Project to create a new item. We name the new item Stone. Click the Switch button to find a stone-like model for it. We can also change the icon here. Click Create to confirm. Now we can set the item Stone in the folder Custom Key Values. Select Stone in Display. We can preview the model and modify its scale here. Now it's time to go back to the map. It's time to place the dimensional stones we just created. Pay attention to the spacing. Don't place them too close. Step 2. Edit the trigger. The key of editing this trigger is to create an integer variable to record the number of dimensional stones Ren gets. When Ren picks up the first stone, we create a variable and we set the variable to 1. When he picks up the second, the third one, etc., we set the variable to increase by 1. To set the event, select Item. Gains item. That is, Ren gets the stones. We need to add actions. The first action is setting variable. We need to create an integer variable, num, to represent the number of stones. The name of the variable can be customized, and the type is integer. The initial value of the variable defaults to 0. To achieve the effect of accumulation, we need to use the function of mathematical operations between integers. The first parameter integer is the variable num. The arithmetic operator is plus. And the second parameter integer is value 1. In order to improve the user experience, we want to display the text of number of stones collected to players. The variable type of the text is string, so we create a new variable message of type string. As we want to store the information cumulative number of pickups is num, we need to use the function string splice. The first part of the string cumulative number of pickups is can be entered directly. But the variable num is an integer type variable. It cannot be displayed as a string directly. Therefore, we need an extra step here. We use the function convertNumber to string to convert the integer variable num to string. Now, the two parts of the message can be displayed together. Lastly, we use UI to display the information to player. Select UI, display message to player 1. The trigger is done. Let's enter the game and test the effect. Did you get it? Now it's time to review what we have learned today. Variables are like warehouses. Different types of variables can store different things. When we set a variable, we define the type of the variable and store information in it. Variables can be divided into local variables and global variables. They cannot have the same name. Local variables can only be applied in a single trigger, while global variables can be applied generally in all triggers. Types of variables include Boolean, integer, float, string, and so on. In today's class, we use the types of Boolean and string to achieve the game effect. Next class, we will learn about if statements. See you next time!